Homeschool Wildcats and the MHA Thunder. 4 minutes, 36 seconds to game time. We're so glad you are joining us here on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, the WBN. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Please make comments on our Facebook page so I can keep track of how we're doing and how the sound is this evening. We're not going with the headset this evening, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. All right, so looks like they are switching up the benches. He just told us which bench to go to, and now they're switching up the benches. I'm not sure, a little confusion as to which side we should be on, so we may just gently push to the center here in just a moment. We will find out, but it is the regional championship game between the MHA Thunder and your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. This is an exciting game. It was the state championship just last week was the state championship between the MHA Thunder and your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Wildcats were able to pull it out 64-54. But we're hoping for a similar result this evening because the Varsity has never won a regional championship. When I say regional, oftentimes people think that regional in the state is a region in a state. We're not talking about this here. The Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats have already won that state championship. So with that in hand, then to go to regionals. And when we say regionals, we mean multiple states, as in the state of Michigan, the state of Illinois, Wisconsin, Ohio, Kentucky, as far away as South Carolina have been here at this championship so far this weekend. So we are very excited about this regional. From this regional in a couple of weeks, the Wildcats will go to the national championship in Springfield, Missouri. You are looking at two teams that are very well familiar with one another. They know one another well, as having played each other in the regular season and having played one another in the state championship just last week. They are going to go ahead and make the change here back to which side there was a little confusion as to which side we were supposed to be on. And we've gone back and forth, and now with 2 minutes to go, we know which bucket we're going after starting out here in this game in about 2 minutes. This is the 2-minute warning. I want to give you some stats here. Wildcat basketball is brought to you by G.H. Herman Funeral Homes, also by Campbell Highland Grill. You can find them at campbellhighlandgrill.com. So thankful to have that title sponsor of Campbell's Highland Grill. Some of the stats this evening I wanted to give you in regards to the Max Prep site. Max Preps does a great job keeping up with the stats here. The Cats so far this year are 25-5 with an 83% win rate this evening. In the league, 3-1 in their conference, and so here we have marched through. The Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats have marched through so many IHSAA teams from Danville. A win out there at Danville, 58-54 early on in the year, and then they went through Tindley Prep at 53-31. Then went to Whitestown, that's Traders Point. They won 84-13, big win there. Purdue Polytech, 75-25. Cathedral was a tough loss there, but they played them well at 55-44. Went down to Mitchell and won 69-64. So Wildcats just marching through those public school teams in Indiana. Twin Lakes was a great game up north in Monticello at 63-62. They lost. Cats lost on a buzzer beater, but again, they've only lost 5 games all year. One was the big team at Bloomington South. Bloomington South was 46-44 was the final there. That was a great game there against Bloomington South. Had the game in hand and again lost at a buzzer beater. But those are the types of games, playing those public school teams, give you much confidence as a homeschool basketball team. A lot of confidence. Cats are coming into this game, as we mentioned before, and we've went ahead and given a little bit more time to warm up here this evening. It was about down to 30 seconds. But just to give you an idea, in the seeding for this particular tournament, in this Gold Ball series, there were 8 teams in the set. And the Wildcats, for some strange reason, were given a number 6 seed. They had won their state championship at a 25-5 record. They had won their state championship. And then to come into this tournament of a regional tournament and to come and be a 6th seed was almost insulting. So it was like, well, I don't know if we want to complain or if we want to thank them. And the reason I say that The reason I say maybe we want to thank them is because these girls have come in with an attitude to win. They want to prove to the entire watching conference and region that they deserved a higher seed here. So to get that 6th seed was a terrible seeding. They're actually going to play the number 8 seed in the tournament for the championship game, which makes no sense at all. But we're thankful that they went ahead and were seeded that 6th seed, and that way we have the chip on the shoulder to come out here and to win this entire championship. That will show to the national championship seeding that we deserve a top seed. And as I was talking to Emma just before the game, there are 3 major regions in the United States in this NCHPC. If we win this game tonight, we're guaranteed a top 3 seed in that national tournament for that Gold Ball Series. And so it is an exciting time to be a Lady Wildcats fan here in Indiana. Also, by way of note, we're looking over here at MHA Thunder. This is Indiana basketball at its finest. We've known this forever, and people all know this around the world, that Indiana is the home of basketball. And so in this region, you're discovering that this evening. Indiana comes to the top 2. They may have been seeded 6 and 8, but they are coming out and playing for the number 1 and the number 2 spot in the region of all of these states. 22 teams coming down, and now it's the final 2. It is your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats versus the MHA Thunder. So buckle your seats. This is going to be an exciting game. If MHA Thunder comes out hitting their threes, it's going to be a game. So we're looking for an exciting game this evening. So hopefully you'll just join us right along with us. Hopefully you can hear us. Please let us know on the Wildcats Facebook page if you can hear us, if the sound is coming through okay. Please let us know. And we'll try to do a test here momentarily. Can anybody test our sound and pull up this, make sure we're streaming, please? I don't want to be saying all this stuff to nobody out there. Just pull up the stream. No, I do not, actually. I have a word limit, and I reach it every game, and I don't say anything else the rest of the day. What's that? She generally has the more words a day. Hey, all right, wonderful. Thank you, Sarah, for telling us the sound is good. MHA Thunder, okay, wonderful. Sounds better than last night. Thank you so much, Sarah. We are joined courtside by Miriam Barnes, our statistician. I'm telling you, the MHA Thunder, to come out as a number 8 seed and to be in this championship game, they are jazzed up. They are very, very excited. A number 8 versus a number 6 for the regional championship. Again, this team knows each other well. You can see them smiling at one another, greeting one another at the half-court line. But I'll tell you one thing, the smiles are going to go away as soon as that ball is tipped. And these girls are going to go for this championship as hard as they've ever gone before. Neither team has won a regional championship to date. So they want this. Both teams want this terribly bad. We're going to pause for a moment of prayer. And amen and amen. All right, we are getting ready to tip off here. The girls go to their respective benches. And we're getting ready for basketball here in Fort Wayne, Indiana at Spies Fieldhouse. Championship game, regional championship game. And we're about to go live here. Here we go. Rachel Wirtz shakes hands with number 23, Ann Saida. So it's Ann Saida and Hollum, number 14, Hollum, and number 11, Gagline, Mary Saida and Caroline Saida. But for your Cats, it is Alyssa Woodard, Rachel Wirtz, Gloria Brewer, Hannah Ruddle, and Louise Shook. They pull up for the first 3 of the evening. No good. Rebound gathered in by Gloria Brewer. Brewer takes the basketball, gets it up to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard gonna drive the baseline. Get it inside to Rachel Wirtz, who puts it up. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Saida. Saida gets it to Saida. And Saida comes up, throws it up to Gagline. Gagline at the three-point line, being guarded tightly by Ruddle. Gagline gets stuck, has to get it back out to Caroline Saida. Caroline Saida inside the three-point line on the right side. And Saida being guarded by Louis Shook. Gagline gets it down to Saida, outside to Caroline Saida for 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Brewer and Wirtz. We'll give it to both of them. Brewer crosses the timeline. Swings it to the right side to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle down underneath to Rachel Wirtz. Little jump shot, no good off the back of the rim as well. Just need to calm down a little bit. We're 1 minute into this game. Neither team has scored. And Saida dribbling, being guarded tightly by Louis Shook. They swing it over to Mary Saida for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Both teams need to settle down just a little bit here. Brewer inside to Louis Shook. Louis Shook might have got fouled on that one, but they're going to call it a block instead. It's out of bounds. There is going to be a foul there on number 20, Hannah Ruddle. That's her first, team first. Hollum's going to inbound the basketball for the Thunder. Hollum gets it into Gegline. Gegline crosses the timeline. Gegline has a tattoo, a rare thing you see in girls basketball. Number 11, Gegline, goes to the free throw line and passes out to Caroline Saida, out to Mary Saida. Kicks it out to Hollum. Hollum being guarded by Brewer. Saida for 3, short, no good. Rebounded by Saida, puts it up, and no good. Rebounded by Wirtz. Again, no score, almost 2 minutes in. That's kind of strange for these two teams. They can hit those shots really well. Ball passed out of bounds. Hannah Ruddle throws it out of bounds. Louis Shook unable to gather it in. Both teams seem to be a little bit tight so far. Melody Shook encouraging the team to settle down just a little bit. And Gegline being guarded by Rachel Wirtz. Back out to Hollum, top of the key, tipped away by Gloria Brewer. She gathers it in. She's going to go all the way down and put it in for 2. That's the first 2 of the game. 5 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the first. Saida throws it up to Saida, gets it back to Saida. Saida for 3. Hard, no good. Rebounded by Rachel Wirtz, who gets it over to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle crosses the timeline. 2-0 Cats. 5 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in this regional championship. Down low, jump shot by Alyssa Woodard. Girls need to gather that rebound in. They do get it, and they're going to get the foul as well. Louis Shook gathered in the rebound. The foul is on number 14, Hollum. That's her first, team first. We're going to get a sub in. Rhea Garcia checks in for the Cats. Louis Shook takes the seat. Hannah Ruddle is going to inbound the basketball underneath their own basket. She slaps the ball. Cats go in motion. And they get it out to Rhea Garcia, just in the game for 3. Boom! Garcia no sooner steps on the court than she drains a 3. That's a good substitute there by Coach Roscoe for sure. We're going to cheer that on every time, and the bench is excited. Cats get it inside to Alyssa Woodard. She tries to throw it up. She's fouled on the play. That's a second team foul on the MHA Thunder, and that's going to be on number 23. Number 23 picks up her first. No, it's on. Yeah, it is on 23. Her first personal, second team foul. The lines are a little funny on this particular court. There are 2 lines that they line up at. So the girls, a little bit of confusion there, and the ref had to tell them what to do. Miriam said before the game she didn't like this setup. It's just confusing to the players out on the court. They have a college 3-point line and a high school 3-point line as well. That can get somewhat confusing as well for the girls. Rachel Wirtz checks out for the Cats. It's 5-0. Cats in the lead. Holly Woodard checks in for the Cats. Second one is off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Hollywood, who gets it out to Alyssa Woodard for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Holly Woodard. Gets it out to Hannah Ruddle for 2. Cats on a 7-0 run. And now they're playing some full court defense. Saida looking for some help. She looked a little concerned. She gets it down to Gegline, tries to pass it inside on a one-touch pass. Couldn't get it in, and now it's going to be Thunder basketball. I thought that Thunder kicked it out, but it must have been Wildcats tipping it out there. Caroline Saida to get the ball in. It's out of bounds, going to stay Thunder basketball. 4 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the first here. 7-0, Cats in the lead. Caroline Saida is going to inbound the basketball. She slaps the ball, handed by the ref. Saida looking, having trouble getting it in. Gets it into Gegline, hands it to Saida. Saida travels, no call. Over to Saida on the far left side. That's going to be a foul there on Gloria Brewer. The ref thought she just was a little bit too tight there. That's her first and team second. Coach Roscoe did not want that call, but that's the way it went. They get it inside to Saida. It's battled out of bounds. Could be Wildcat basketball. It is off of Rhea's knee. It's going to stay Thunder basketball. Rachel Wirtz is going to check in for Alyssa Woodard. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Cats with a 7-0 lead. No lead is safe with this Thunder team. They can drain the ball from deep three. As they shoot right there and off the rim. Thankfully, they are not hot so far. Gloria Brewer with the basketball on the rebound. She swings it to the right side to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle tries to get it up top. It's stolen away. That could be the first 2 points for the Thunder. Brewer wisely stepped back and allowed the play to continue without getting the foul. Ruddle tried to split the defense. That's again another steal. And that's in and count the bucket for Saida. Trying to split the defenders there and unable to do so. They stole it away. Thunder trying to make some noise here. It's 7-4. And Saida on the line shooting the one shot. It's up and it is good. That makes it 7-5 here. Again, no lead is safe here in this game against Thunder. Wildcats have the basketball. Brewer with the basketball coming up. They're trying to trap again at the front. Get it down, swing it down to Rachel Wirtz. Back up top to Gloria Brewer. Three-pointer, boom! Make it 10-5, and the Cats answer with a big-time bucket by Gloria Brewer. Thunder with the basketball. Being guarded by Hollywood. They swing it out to Hollum. Hollum gets it inside to Caroline Saida, being guarded by Rachel Wirtz. She puts it up off the glass, no good. Louis Shook with the rebound. Shook brings it up the court, crosses the timeline. Cats 10-5. It is to the right to Brewer. Brewer down low to Rachel Wirtz. Wirtz looking, no, that pass thankfully comes to Hollywood. Gets it out to Rhea Garcia, who sets up for the three. No good. Rebound by Mary Saida. And the Thunder come back towards the Cats on defense. Caroline Saida could have traveled there, wasn't called. Saida gets it to Saida. Caroline Saida puts it up, no good. Good defense there by Rachel Wirtz. Louis Shook with the basketball, crosses the timeline. 3 minutes remaining in this first. Gloria Brewer makes a move around. They're going to call the foul. We'd rather have the bucket, thank you very much. But no call, they're calling the foul way outside. 10-5, Cats with the lead. And we're going to get some more subs. Alyssa Woodard, Julia Bookwalter check in for the Cats, as does number 22. Number 22 is Stutzman, checks in for the Thunder. Unfamiliar with Stutzman a little bit, but she gets some playing time here with 3 minutes to go in this first. Alyssa Woodard almost lost the ball. They get it to Brewer for an open three. Boom! Brewer drains her second three of the game. And Saida and the Cats extend that lead, 13-5. Louis Shook and Ann Saida share a smile as they come across half court. Again, these teams know each other very, very well. Ann Saida, she's thought about pulling up and hitting the three, but she's stuck. And Cats playing some defense. They hand it off to Stutzman. Stutzman gets it out to Hollum. Hollum being guarded by Brewer. Back to Ann Saida. Saida with the basketball. And the scoreboard went blank for just a moment. A hook shot, no good. Rebound gathered in by Wildcats. Wirtz gets it up to Bookwalter. Bookwalter, she's going to step back. She got blocked. That was a three-pointer that got blocked. Cats were not set up in their offense yet and couldn't get back there for the rebound. Hollum gets it up to Gagline for three. No good. It's out of. It was an air ball, and Bookwalter gathered it in. 1:55 remaining. This game is picking up its pace quite very quickly here. Alyssa Woodard's going to drive inside the paint. Left hand, no good. Rebound, gathered in by Shook, but they're going to call a foul on Rachel Wirtz. Rachel Wirtz didn't quite have position. She was behind the player, and so they called her, it's over the back or a push, either way, but that's her first foul. That's the team fourth foul for the Cats. I was on Rachel Wirtz, at number 10. With the one foul there. That's the 14th foul. And she's going to take a break there is Rachel Wirtz, and Macy Klein checks in for the Cats. Thunder with the basketball. Saida hands it back to Hollum. Hollum going to bring the ball up the court. It's 13-5. Cats with that largest lead of the game so far. And it's stolen away by Bookwalter. She grabbed it from Gagline. Bookwalter's going to stop at the free throw line. No good. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up and in for two. Nice soft touch there by Julia Bookwalter. 15-5. Cats up by 10. Going to be a travel call on the Thunder. Wildcat basketball. It is 15-5. Cats with the largest lead of the game so far at 10. 1 minute, 17 seconds remaining. Bookwalter with the basketball. Bookwalter crosses the timeline. She gets it over to Louis Shook, who gets it inside to Alyssa Woodard. She's going to drive inside and put it up off the glass. No good. We need to get Alyssa Woodard to get that through the bucket to get her a little confidence this evening. Ann Saida being guarded tightly by Louis Shook. Good defense there by Louis Shook. Ann Saida pulls it back. Good. Oh, a deep three ball. No good. Nobody underneath except Cats, and they gather the rebound in. It was all or nothing there for the Thunder. And that's going to be a foul there on 23. That's her second. That's the team fourth. And you want to get those fouls on Ann Saida, that's for sure. And Brewer takes a seat, and Sarah Roscoe checks in for the Cats. She's small but mighty is Sarah Roscoe. Ball is tipped up and gathered in by Julia Bookwalter. Bookwalter swing goes down low to Macy Klein. Macy Klein gets it into Louis Shook for a quick two. Oh, it rattles in and out. That was a good shot by Louis Shook. That's her shot. 30 seconds remaining. Thunder's going to slow it down a little bit. Let's see if they hold for the last shot. It's 15-5. Ann Saida gets it over to Mary Saida. Deep three ball. No good. It's going to be out of bounds. The Cats are going to have 17 seconds to go get this last bucket of the first quarter. 15-5. Cats lead by 10. 17 seconds remaining. Number 12, Klaska checks in for the Thunder. Wildcats have the basketball. 13 seconds. Julia Bookwalter swings it over to Louis Shook. Gets it inside to Alyssa Woodard. Alyssa Woodard's going to take it inside, put it up and in, and count the bucket with the foul. That ought to get her started there, that's for sure. Nice play there by Alyssa Woodard. You just knew as she was powering inside, one of these times it was going to fall for her. Alyssa Woodard puts it in and gets the foul. She's going to go on. Foul is on number 3. That's her second. So the two of the Saida sisters with 2 fouls apiece. Number 3, Alyssa Woodard settles in and pops that. No good, no rim, no backboard, no nothing. It's going to be 17-5. Cats in the lead by 12, and they have a 12. So it's 12-point lead with 5.8 seconds remaining. There is a conference among the officials real quick. 5.8 seconds. Not sure what's going on right now over at the scorer's table. But the foul was apparently called on number 3, and they are saying they are good to go. 6.2 seconds remaining. Saida slaps the ball, gets it into her sister Saida, and they're going to come up, cross the timeline. They're going to try to go all the way. Tapped out of bounds. Good play there by Gloria Brewer. That was Louis Shook. Tapped it away. And they're going to have 0.2 seconds. They get it. They gather it in. They shoot. No good. And that concludes the first quarter. Cats come out strong with a 17-5 lead in the first quarter. You are listening to the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, the WBN, brought to you by Campbell's Highland Grill and Chick-fil-A are our 2 title sponsors for this evening's game in the regional championship. Cats have never won a regional championship, and they've got a chance here tonight if they continue to extend this lead. However, as we said earlier, no lead is safe with this Thunder team. They can come back. All they have to do is start hitting those threes. They didn't hit any in that, or they hit one maybe. They hit 1 3. The Thunder hit 1. They did not hit a single 3 in that quarter, and that is unusual for this Thunder team. This Thunder team had to play the number 1 team in the seed. Number 3rd team in the country was the Cincinnati Trailblazers. This MHA team had to beat that number 3 team in the country, the Cincinnati Trailblazers, to get and to advance to this game. So they are a good team. There is no doubt about that. So the Cats just have to continue to play that intense defense. Coach Roscoe did a good job subbing in quite regularly there to keep the Cats having fresh legs. And it is 17-5. Cats are brought to you by American Senior Communities, where caring people make the difference. By A New Smile Family Dentistry, Greenwood Auto Tire, Campbell's Highland Grill, Country Nutrition, Chick-fil-A, and DLZ Corporation. So glad to have you joining us this evening from Fort Wayne, Indiana, at the Spies Fieldhouse. This is the regional championship at Spies Fieldhouse. It is going to be Shook, Brewer, Ruddle, Alyssa Woodard and Rachel Wirtz starting this second quarter. Over to Louis Shook on the left side. She looks inside, fakes inside, gets it back up top to Ruddle. Ruddle. The clock just started. Okay, he got a few extra seconds of the game time there. Louis Shook swings it down to Rachel Wirtz. Rachel Wirtz to Louis Shook. Gets it underneath to Alyssa Woodard. She gets her own rebound. Gets it out to Hannah Ruddle. They recycle it. Open three for Brewer. Oh, she gets it to fall. Folks, it hit the rim, the backboard, then went all the way around the rim. Nice soft touch there by Gloria Brewer. Her third three of the game. It's 20-5. Cats in the lead by 15, their largest lead of the game. Saida backing down against Louis Shook. And they're going to call Louis Shook for the foul. Great defense there by Louis Shook. Unfortunate foul there. Looked like the Thunder player just lost her footing, but it was enough to make it look like there was a foul. So can't complain too much. Gagline for two, she hits it. They got a super easy basket off the inbound pass there. 20-7. Cats in the lead by 13. Largest lead was 15. They get it over to Alyssa Woodard. Tries to get it into Louis Shook. Gets it back up top to Hannah Ruddle. Down low to Brewer for three. She's feeling it. Off the front of the rim, no good. And they're going to throw it almost out of bounds, and they gather it in, does Ann Saida. And she's going to lose the ball to her sister, Mary Saida. Gets it down to Hollum. Hollum back up top to Mary Saida. Mary Saida to Gagline. Gagline can hit the shot as well, but she's being guarded by Alyssa Woodard. No good. Rebound by Rachel Wirtz. It's 20-7. Cats in the lead. Gloria Brewer's going to drive the baseline. Get it out to Alyssa Woodard for a long three, a college three. No good. Rebounded by Mary Saida, who gets it to Hollum, who's going to come up. And she's being guarded. Oh, a little bit of a push there, if you saw that on the video. Definitely a push there by Hollum. No call. The refs weren't looking at that direction at that time. Mary Saida hits the two. It's 20-9. As we told you, this team can score, can the Thunder. And Alyssa Woodard gets it to Louis Shook for a short a free throw from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by the Thunder. 6 minutes to go in this first half, the second quarter. Ann Saida with the basketball. Screen is set by Mary Saida, who shoots the three ball. That's good. Again, this team can shoot. And they're on a run. They're on a 7-0 run right now. It's 20-12. 7-0 run for the Thunder. We need to answer. Gloria Brewer gets it out to Shook. Shook tries to get it inside to Rachel Wirtz, and it's tapped away, but Rachel Wirtz gathers it back in at the half line. Down low to Alyssa Woodard. She's going to drive the baseline and put it up. Should be a foul. No foul called on that. That was a lot of contact there. No, oh my goodness, they're going to call. My goodness, that's tough. The Cats aren't getting the calls right now. 20-12. Cats in the lead. They got to call it both ways. That's tough down there. Gloria Brewer got hacked down low. Alyssa Woodard got hacked. And then the ticky-tack foul over here. We just call it like we see it. I'll try not to ride the refs too hard. 20-12. 5 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. Thankfully, number 23 Ann Saida doesn't make the first one. That's a break for the Cats. Garcia checks in for the Cats. And Ann Saida sets and shoots. That one's good. And they are on an 8-0 run, are the MHA Thunder. Ruddle with the basketball gets it up to Garcia. Garcia looks low to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard gets it inside to Rachel Wirtz. Rachel Wirtz with a power dribble. Nice little jump shot, no good. We got to get Rachel Wirtz going this evening. That was a good shot, just didn't go in. 20-13. 5 minutes to go in this first half. Saida tries to make a move around Garcia. Gets it down to her sister, Saida. She backs her in, back out to Mary Saida. Mary Saida is going to drive against Ruddle. And to get out of bounds, Cats catch a break on the turnover. It is Wildcat basketball. Caroline Saida is going to check in for the MHA Thunder. Cats need a bucket on this possession. It's an 8-0 run for the Thunder. Hannah Ruddle gets it into Gloria Brewer. Brewer with the ball. Coming up. Passes across the timeline to Hannah Ruddle. She gets it back down to Brewer, who takes the short jumper. Good. Gloria Brewer. Another 2-point bucket for Brewer. 22-13. Cats finally stopped the scoring drought and stopped the run by the Thunder. Ann Saida dribbling against Alyssa Woodard. Now dribbling against Garcia. Gets it over to Mary Saida for three. It's high. It's short. Rebound by Rachel Wirtz. Wirtz gets it to Ruddle. Ruddle crosses the timeline. Ruddle looks for Brewer, gets it to Brewer with the left hand. Brewer's going to drive with the left hand. A little jumper, no good. Rebounded by Wirtz, who puts it up and in for 2. That's how we play, girls. 24-13, Cats back up by 11. Their largest lead is 15. Ann Seid is going to drive. She sees an opening. Good defense there by the Cats. And nobody touched her going by. Nobody touched her going by. They're going to call it on Rhea Garcia, but I'm telling you, folks, she dribbled all the way through with no contact, threw it up. That was a rescue me foul call by the refs. 24-13, she was out of control. 3 minutes, 58 seconds to go, and the Thunder just don't miss from the free throw line generally. Hollywood checks in for her sister, Alyssa Woodard. It's 24-14, Cats in the lead by 10. Ann Seid to the line, shooting the second of 2. She made the first one. She settles and shoots. That one is good as well. And Coach Roscoe is gonna call a timeout. We're gonna take just a break here with this timeout. We're so thankful for you joining us here on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. This is the regional championship game for the varsity level in the girls division. Cats are brought to you by Franklin Muffler Brakes and More, G.H. Herman Funeral Homes, by Meyer, by NASCO Industries Incorporated, by RG1 Mobile, and by Thai Spice and Thai Connection. Give you an idea of the score here. We'll come over and get a shot of the scoreboard. There's just under 4 minutes to play in this second quarter. It's 24-15, Cats in the lead by 9. Cats have 17 fouls, the Thunder have 5. Not a lot of personal fouls. We have a couple with 2 fouls so far right now. The fouls are Rachel Wirtz with 1, Gloria Brewer with 2, Louie Shook with 1, Hannah Ruddle with 2, and Rhea Garcia with 1. So we're hoping that Brewer and Ruddle don't pick up a third foul here before the halftime. But Brewer, so far in the game, has 13 points. Brewer so far has 13 points on the game. 24-15, Cats in the lead by 9. They have the ball in the backcourt. They're going to dribble up. Hollywood gets it to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle back to Hollywood. Hollywood loses it and gathers it back in. Needs some help. She is stuck at the moment. Gets it to Rachel Wirtz, who comes up to help. Gets it to Garcia on the left side. Top of the key now. Dribbling. Gets it over to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle going to drive. Kick it out to Hollywood over to the far right side to Rhea Garcia. Garcia gets it to Hollywood. Hollywood over to Hannah Ruddle. Down low to Brewer for a long 2. It's good. Laser eyes for Gloria Brewer, on fire this evening. 15 points, stolen away by Hollywood. Behind the back dribble. She's going to get it up and hand it off to Gloria Brewer for 2. Boom, it's good. Not a 3. That was not a 3. She was inside. Great shot there by Gloria Brewer. Cats on a 4-0 run. 28-15. Cats in the lead by 13. Cats needed that scoring there very quickly. That's a good play there by the Cats. Thunder with the basketball, driving the baseline. She threw it up from her hip on the backside, threw it up, and somehow it went in. But again, the Thunder, they can shoot the ball. Got a soft touch. Ruddle gets it down low to Brewer on the far right side. Back up top to Rhea Garcia. 2.5 minutes left to go in the half. Hollywood thought about the 3. She's going to dump it underneath to Rachel Wirtz. Wirtz back out to Hannah Ruddle. Out to Hollywood. We've got Caroline Saida went down pretty hard there, and they called an official stop to the game. And the Cats, Hannah Ruddle's going to take a break. Garcia's going to take a break. Wirtz is going to take a break. That brings in Shook, Alyssa Woodard, and Bookwalter for the Cats. 2 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. 28-17, Cats in the lead. The largest lead's 15. Right now it's 11. Hollywood gets it in to Louie Shook. Louie Shook gets it to Hollywood. Hollywood's going to drive through and kick it back out to her sister Alyssa Woodard on the left side. Alyssa Woodard drives, puts it off the glass, and good. Nice drive and take there by the senior Alyssa Woodard. Having a good game here, playing aggressive. Hollywood on the defense on Ann Seida, trying to get loose. She gets down. She gets out to Hollum on the left side. Hollum gets it to Gagline at the free throw line for 2. No good. Rebound gathered in by Gloria Brewer. 30-17. Cats in the lead. Brewer swings it over to Louis Shook. Gets it down low to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard with the dart back inside, but it's stolen away by the Thunder. They're going to, it's a double dribble by the Thunder. It's Wildcat basketball. 30-17. Cats in the lead by 13. Hollywood checks out for the Cats. Rachel Wirtz checks in. 1 minute, 43 seconds remaining in the half. Number 22, is that Costa down there? 22, no, 22. Stutzman checks in for the Thunder. Bookwalter with the basketball, across the timeline, being trapped by 2 Thunder. She pulls up her dribble, gets it down to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard pulls up for the long 3, no good. Rebounded by Louis Shook, looking for some help. She gets it up top to Bookwalter for 3. She was tipped on the shot. Backboard, no good. Rebound by Gagline. Gagline's going to go all the way down, try to get it to. She gets it to Ann Saida. Good defense applied there by the Cats. Rebound by Rachel Wirtz. Good defense there by the Cats. 1 minute, 11 seconds remaining in the half. Brewer thought about popping the 3. Going to drive inside from the free throw line and hit it. I don't think she's missed a shot in the game. She has hit everything she's thrown up. Gloria Brewer, she's on fire this evening. Cats need it so desperately. 32-17. Cats match their largest lead. It's blocked. It's blocked by Alyssa Woodard. But her hand was on her back. Coach Barnes says the hand was on her back. That is her first. Thankfully, that's just her first. She was all clean up top, but had her hand on her back. So thus the foul call. Puts Gagline on the line, shooting 2. And mercifully, it doesn't go in. 32-17. Cats with their largest lead of the game with 50 seconds remaining in the half. We don't need any more fouls this half. The lead is 15. No fouls are needed here. Second one is no good. Gathered in by Rachel Wirtz, who gets it to Alyssa Woodard over to Louis Shook. Louis Shook crosses the timeline. Louis Shook being guarded by Saida. 40 seconds. Louis Shook being guarded by 2 players, Hollum and Saida. They swing it down to Bookwalter. Bookwalter on the left side. Gets it back up top to Alyssa Woodard, who's going to drive inside the lane and come all the way up. And it doesn't go in, but Louis Shook came down with the rebound. And the Thunder stole it away. And Saida with the basketball. That looked like an easy 2, but sometimes that's a 3 ball, no good. Sometimes for Alyssa Woodard, the easy basketball is not the one she makes. It's the hard one. So she needed some contact. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Brewer with the basketball. She's going to use the pick. 3, 2, and she's going to drive all the way in. Put it up on the glass and good! For the buzzer beater, Gloria Brewer has not missed a shot this evening. It's 34-17. Cats with their largest lead at 17. So, we had 4 fouls called against us that quarter. They had none. So, the team fouls at the end of the half were 8 fouls for the Cats and 5 for the Thunder. But Cats shooting lights out. But again, we can't sit easy. We cannot rest easy on this team. The MHA Thunder are a great team. They can hit the ball from anywhere at any time. Cats are going to have to keep up the defense for sure. So we've got a few minutes here. We'll give you some stats here momentarily. We'll walk through some of our sponsors. We're so grateful for you joining us here on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. Wildcats are proud to have Campbell's Highland Grill as one of their main sponsors this year. Campbell's is a family-owned and operated Scottish-American sports grill located on State Road 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. During these trying times, we aim to safely bring quality food, entertainment, and a sense of community to Indy's South Side. We're proud to offer our support to the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Campbell's HighlandGrill.com at 1001 North State Road 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. So thankful for Campbell's Highland Grill. Also, one of our title sponsors are Chick-fil-A. We are ready to join in the huddle, says Chick-fil-A, with the Chick-fil-A One app. Let us join you for game day. Pick up curbside at Greenwood Park Mall or our 135 location on the way home from the game. Chick-fil-A, Greenwood, Indiana, a proud sponsor of your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Cats are also brought to you by G.H. Herman Funeral Homes. 317-787-7211. Our family serving your family for over 3 generations. G.H. Herman Funeral Homes in Greenwood and Indianapolis. Cats are also thankful for all of their sponsors, and if you want to sponsor, just let us know. Let Mark Woodard know, or anybody with the Wildcats. We'll get you connected to be a sponsor of Wildcat basketball. Wildcats are also brought to you by Thai Spice and Thai Connection. Authentic Thai cuisine, 527 Washington Street in Columbus, Indiana, 812-657-3790. Also by Thai Spice, 2220 County Line Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 317-881-2243. Country Nutrition Health Food Store. We have the knowledge and desire to help. Supplements, local meat and eggs, special diet needs. Connect with us. Country Nutrition IN on Facebook or Instagram. Greenwood, South State Road 135 and Olive Branch Road. Cats are also brought to you by A New Smile Family Dentistry, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Patricia New and Shane New, 317-888-6684. We're going to get you some stats here. In the first half, clearly topping all scorers and making every shot she put up there was number 12, Gloria Brewer, with 21 points. She alone scored more points than the MHA Thunder the entire first half at 17. 21 points for Gloria Brewer. Then we go down to Alyssa Woodard with 4 points. And then we have Rhea Garcia, who hit the deep 3 ball. And then we have Hannah Ruddle for 2, Julia Bookwalter for 2, and Rachel Wirtz with 2. That rounds out the scoring of the Cats with 34-17. And on the Thunder, their high scorer is Ann Saida, no surprise there, with 8 points. Her sister Mary Saida with 5. Caroline Saida with 2. And that's the scoring for the MHA Thunder. Thank you for joining us here this evening on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. So glad to have you along for the ride. Cats are brought to you by Meyer, just north of Main Street on State Road 135. Cats are also brought to you by Auto Tire Car Care Centers, 3115 Meridian Park Drive, Greenwood, Indiana. Behind McDonald's and Kroger, you can call them at 317-888-1880. Cats are also brought to you by RG Mobile One, Diagnostics, Repair, Mobile Services, and Tires, Franklin, Greenwood, Trafalgar. I love their tagline. If we meet and when you forget me, you've lost nothing. But if you meet Jesus and forget him, you've lost everything. RG Mobile One, a proud sponsor of your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. It's going to be MHA Thunder basketball coming out of the half. We have 16 minutes of game time left in this regional championship here being held at Spies Fieldhouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Thunder inbound the basketball to Hollum. Hollum crosses the timeline. Hollum swings down to Caroline Saida, gets it to her sister Saida. Back up top to Gegline, who's going to shoot the short little 2 and hit it. They come out with a very quick 2 points, 34-19. Hannah Ruddle with the basketball. It's going to be out of bounds, hits the line, out of bounds. You don't want to give this Thunder anything to cheer for. Cats are going to have to get their energy up. Intensity has to stay up here. Hollum gets it over to Gegline. Gegline. She's going to get it to the top of the key. Gets it over to Hollum. Down low to Caroline Saida. Saida tries to go to the baseline. No doing there. Good defense being applied by Alyssa Woodard. Saida back out to Hollum. Over to Gegline. She thought about shooting the deep 3 ball. Decided against it. She's going to get it down low to Caroline Saida. Back out top to Hollum. Hollum drives. Gets it out to Gegline. Gegline for 3. No good. Rebounded by Wirtz. Wirtz gives it to Brewer. Brewer. Cats need to score on this possession just to keep the momentum going. Brewer gets it to Shook. To Wirtz for a long 2. No good. Rebounded almost. And it was rebounded by Shook, who gets it out to Brewer. Brewer up off the glass. That's her first miss of the game. Swatted out of bounds by the MHA Thunder. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. The degree of difficulty, though, on that shot was pretty high. She went high off the glass, no good for Brewer. First miss of the game, and it comes in the second half. Brewer gets the ball inside the paint. Little jumper, no good. Swatted up, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be Thunder basketball. So Gloria comes out, has missed her first 2, but it's all right, folks. She made the first 10 or so shots she made. She was due to miss a couple. And Saida with the basketball. The clock is still not started. There it goes. She gets it out to, now it's Ann Saida has the basketball, dribbling baseline, hook shot, slapped away by Rachel Wirtz with the block. Rebounded by Alyssa Woodard, who gives it to Louis Shook, crosses the timeline, 6.5 minutes remaining in the third. Hannah Ruddle gets it over to Alyssa Woodard. She hands it off to Rachel Wirtz. It's stolen away by Ann Saida. Ann Saida is going to go all the way down. Hopefully no foul here. There is no foul, but they put it in for 2. They can convert on the fast break. Cats in the lead by 13. And Hannah Ruddle being trapped up top. Gets it to Louis Shook. Shook going to drive inside the three-point line. Swing it over to Hannah Ruddle for a deep 2-ball. Good! Cats answer. 36-21. Cats in the lead by 15. Their largest lead is 17. There's a carry on the play, and that's going to be Wildcat basketball on the turnover. Good defense being applied there by Louis Shook. Cats playing good defense. And Louis Shook's going to come over. You'll see it right in front of our screen here, in front of the broadcasting booth. Look, Louis Shook looks down low. She's going to go to Alyssa Woodard, who swings it over to Brewer for an open 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gegline of the Thunder, who hands it to Ann Saida of the Thunder. They come up, and she's going to cross the timeline. She's met by Louis Shook. 36-21. 5 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the third. Ann Saida almost loses the dribble, but good hands there. She kept the dribble. Gets it up to Mary Saida for 3. It's good. That's their first 3 of the ball game. Second 3 of the ball game for the Thunder. Get it down low. Alyssa Woodard takes it all the way in, and it's no good. But the foul with the body as she split the 2 defenders on number 21, Caroline Saida. 36-24. Cats lead by 12. It's going to put number 3, Alyssa Woodard, on the line, shooting 2 with 5 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the third. First one's up, and it rattles in. 37-24. That was the first foul so far of the second half. Rhea Garcia checks in for the Cats. Louis Shook takes a break. Second one is up. Looks good. It is for Alyssa Woodard. 38-24. Cats lead by 14. Largest lead was 17 at the half. That might have been a travel, but no call there. Caroline Saida, she puts it up. It's an air ball gathered in by Brewer. There are a couple travel calls there that they've missed coming out of that. And then Rhea Garcia for 3. No good. Rebounded by Hannah Ruddle, who comes out past the three-point line, gets it up to Gloria Brewer. Almost stolen away by the Thunder. Brewer looks low and gets it to Ruddle. It's going to be a foul on the shot by Rhea Garcia. She was trying to put it up, and she was fouled. That puts number 23, Rhea Garcia, on the line, shooting 2. That is the second team foul. Foul is on 21. And the first one is up, and it is good. That's a friendly rim right there. That's a shooter's rim. Nice shot there by Rhea Garcia. Second one is up, no good, off the rim and the backboard. And Mary Saida hands it off to Ann Saida. It's out of bounds. It's going to be Wildcat. Oh my goodness, that is Wildcat basketball. 23 hit it out of bounds. She was trying to go behind the back on the dribble, but they didn't see it. Oh my goodness, the behind the back dribble went out of bounds, but it's Thunder basketball nonetheless. As they say, the only ones that see it are the refs. Ann Saida trying to clean up some sweat on the floor. Sorry folks, that's not sweat. Girls don't sweat, they glisten. So they're wiping up some glistening something on the floor. Spending a lot of time on it. The other ref says, would you like a towel? Nah, we don't want the towel. All right, we're going to throw in the towel. Hopefully the Thunder do that right quick and throw in the towel and cash it in, let the Cats go away with a big win here. Saida, Ann Saida gets it into Sister Saida. Over to Hollum. Hollum hands it out to Gegline, into Saida for another 3. It's good. You simply cannot let her shoot from that spot. Going to be a timeout called by the Thunder. They want to keep that momentum going. It's a 30-second timeout, but give you a shot of the scoreboard here. The Thunder have cut that 17-point lead down to 12 here with 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Tough break there for the Cats, because really the Cats should have had the ball on that possession. Clearly, the Thunder tapped it out of bounds, but the ref couldn't see behind her, so he gave it to the Thunder instead. But you are listening to Wildcat Broadcasting Network, the WBN as we affectionately call it. We're so glad to have you along for the ride here. You are listening to this regional championship, and when we talk about a regional homeschool championship, we are talking about a region of states, not a region within Indiana. The Cats have already gathered in that state championship last week. They're back-to-back state champions. They were actually playing this team, the MHA Thunder, last week, and they came away with a 10-point lead. However, as we know, the Thunder can play ball, and when they get excited, they can start hitting. And also, so the regional is all over a big portion of the country. So teams here from all over this Midwest region and even into the South at South Carolina. 22 girls teams came here, but only one will be crowned the champion here in just about 12 and a half minutes of game time. We just lost our clock. Hold on just a second. There it comes back up. It is back up. Hopefully we don't lose that. Well, we do have 3 scorebooks being kept. Miriam Barnes is keeping one next to us. So if they have any trouble, Miriam Barnes will be able to sort it out. Wildcats with the basketball, and the clock has started back up. Hannah Ruddle looks up, gets it up to Rhea Garcia. Garcia for the 3. No good, off the side of the rim. Brewer for a deep 2 ball, and rattles around, no good. Just not getting them to fall. But that happens in basketball. Sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're not. Cats just need to play some defense here. They get it down low to Kegline, kicks it back out to Caroline Sider for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Ruddle. Ruddle with the basketball. Ruddle gets it up to Brewer. Brewer, she's going to drive inside. Oh, she puts it underneath to Rachel Wirtz. She had the easy bucket there, but it might have been tipped by the Thunder. Unable to get it to go there. 27-39. It's staying a 12-point lead for the moment. Kegline. Kegline looks. She's going to drive right. Kick it back up top to Hollum. Hollum being guarded by Brewer. Hollum is going to hand it off to Ants. That's going to be a foul on Rhea Garcia. She did grab her arm on the way by. That was a foul on Garcia. That's her second? That's her second. That's the team first of the half. And Saida gets it out to Hollum. Hollum over to Kegline for a deep 2 ball. No good. Rebounded by Rachel Wirtz. She stepped on the line there, but it didn't go in anyway, so it didn't matter. Alyssa Woodard with the basketball to go all the way underneath, off the glass, no good. Cats are having, oh, she gets her own rebound, puts it to steal, and it's a foul there on the Thunder. Alyssa Woodard was being guarded by all 5 Thunder players. She grabbed the ball, put it up, and was fouled on the play. But Cats are having trouble hitting anything in this half so far. But that happens sometimes when you hit about everything the first half. And there we go. That's a free throw. There is no lid on the basket, girls. No lid on the basket. You can make it. Louis Shook checks in for Rachel Wirtz of the Wildcats. Rachel Wirtz takes a seat. Louis Shook on the rebound line, and she puts it up. Does Alyssa Woodard. She's 2 for 2 from the line. 3:16 remaining. And the Thunder have the basketball. And Saida being guarded by Hannah Ruddle. She does a spin move. Hannah Ruddle wasn't taking it. She did not take the bait. And Saida goes all the way down. Oh my goodness, what a block there turned in by Alyssa Woodard. But it's not called a block. It's called a foul on Alyssa Woodard. 27-41. Cats in the lead by 14. That's going to put number 23 and Saida on the line, shooting 2. Saida off the front of the rim, no good. And we're going to have two new Cats check in, Bookwalter and Woodard. That's Holly Woodard check in for the Cats. Alyssa Woodard and Garcia take a break. 3 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. And Saida missed the first of 2. First one is up. That one is also no good, but rebounded by Saida. No good. The rebound put back up. They're going to get it out top to Ann Saida. She's going to put a 3 up. No good. Going to go out of bounds, thankfully. Cats are having trouble getting the rebound on that play. Wildcats will have the basketball. Dangerous there. Thankfully, they missed 2 free throws and then missed the 3-point shot. Hannah Ruddle tries to get it, thread the lane. That was not stolen away by the Cats. Ruddle has the basketball. She's going to go all the way down. Get it over to Bookwalter. Puts it up, and it's good for 2. Nice pull-up jumper there by Julia Bookwalter. Cats extend that lead back up to 16. That's going to be a foul on Hollywood. No, it's going to be a foul on Hannah Ruddle. Hannah Ruddle with her 3rd foul. That's her 3rd personal foul for Hannah Ruddle. 43-17, Cats in the lead by 16. That is their largest lead of the game. But number 22, Stutzman, it's no good on the free throw. Stutzman going to gather in for the second of 2. Again, Hannah Ruddle has 3. She's the only Wildcat with 3 fouls. Stutzman has a very different stance from the free throw line. She makes the second of 2. 28-43, Cats in the lead by 15. Brewer's going to take the ball, and she's going to go left around that trap. She said, no, thank you. Hollywood for 2 or 3, no good. Brewer puts it up and over the rim for 2. 45-28. Cats did some good offensive rebounding there. Hollum looking up and gets it up to Mary Saida. Mary Saida being trapped, gets it to Ann Saida. Ann Saida looks for help, gets it over to Mary Saida, who's going to pull the trigger on the 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Maybe she was just a little too open, I don't know, but that was a dangerous shot. 45-28, Cats in the lead. Brewer gets it over to Hannah Ruddle for 3. No good. Rebounded by the Thunder. 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Cats on defense. Louis Shook guarding Ann Saida, trying to get it to Mary Saida. She does. Mary tries to get it back to Ann and couldn't do it. Good defense being applied by the Cats. Up top to Hollum. Hollum gets it down low to Gagline. She's pushed in the back by Bookwalter. That's a little ticky-tacky, but it was a touch in the back by Bookwalter. That's going to be her first. That is the 4th team foul. 45-28. Cats in the lead by 17. That matches their largest lead of the game. Saida's going to take a seat. That's Mary Saida and Caroline Saida are on the bench. Let's see, we've got number 12. Yes, Klaska's in. That's a high, long 3 ball. And the Thunder tried to rip it away from Louis, and it was knocked away, but the Cats gathered it back in. Bookwalter swings it over to Shook on the left side. Wirtz is going to drive and kick it back out to Hollywood. Hollywood's going to drive the lane, put it up with the left hand, and almost went in. Wirtz with the rebound, couldn't get it to go. Unfortunate there. Wirtz normally money from in there. She'll probably turn it on here in this final quarter, hopefully. We'll get Wirtz hot underneath. Hollum hands it off to Gagline. Gagline out to Ann Saida. Saida being guarded by Louis Shook. Good defense being applied by the Cats. Oh, very good defense by the Cats. A little whistle happy. Okay, folks, I've got one for you. Do you know why the chicken crossed the basketball court? The chicken crossed the basketball court because he heard that the refs were calling fouls. That's why the chicken crossed the basketball court. Did you get that one? My wife thinks that's really dumb. But that's why the chicken crossed the basketball court. They were calling fouls. There was another foul there called by the refs. And she made that one. 29-45, Cats with the 16-point lead. Louis Shook with the basketball. Louis Shook crosses the timeline, gets it over to Gloria Brewer. Brewer's going to drive with 44 seconds remain. Bookwalter for a deep 3. No good. Rebound by Hollywood. Puts a hook shot up. No good. Rebounded by the Thunder. Cats almost stole it away there. 30 seconds remaining. Cats with a 16-point lead. They get it to Ann Saida to do the Thunder. Ann Saida is going to drive all the way down, put it up, no good. And it might have been a foul there. Cats got away with one, but they called other ones that weren't ours, so we'll take it. Louis Shook tries to get it up. That's going to be a foul called on the Wildcats, on Louis Shook. That's her second, team 6th on Louis Shook. That's her third. It just went to 3. That's a third personal foul on Louis Shook. She comes out of the game. 45-29. Cats do not need to foul here. Ann Saida is going to drive all the way down and put it up and in. 8 seconds remaining. 6, 5. Let's see if Brewer can pull some magic out here. Brewer's going to go right, now go left. She's going to shoot the deep 3 ball. No good. At the end of 3, it is 45-31. The Cats have weathered a little bit of that storm from the Thunder. The Thunder were only able to pick up 3 points, a net gain in that quarter. 45-31, but after those first 2 quarters, the Cats were just on fire. They went a little bit cool in that third. Hopefully the Cats will be able to come out and get back on fire here. We do have a little bit of foul trouble. Right now, Louis Shook and Hannah Ruddle both have 3 fouls apiece. That's the foul trouble for the Cats. Thank you for joining us here on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, the WBN. We are live from Space Fieldhouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana, with the NCHBC, the National Homeschool Basketball Championship, live here on the WBN for these girls varsity Wildcats. So the first quarter, the Cats scored 17. the Thunder scored 5. Second quarter, Cats scored 17, and the Thunder scored 12. The third quarter, the Cats scored 11, and the Thunder scored 14. They are gradually coming back in this game, and you see that here. It's 45-31. Cats in the lead by 14, but this game could turn on a dime. Referee calls it Wildcat basketball. Coach Shook yelling out some instruction there to Ruddle. You don't normally see him get some volume, but he got some volume there. Ruddle with the basketball. She's being trapped by 2. It's gathered in by Brewer. That's going to be a foul on the Thunder. And that's going to be the 4th team foul, the 3rd personal foul on number 14. No, that's the second personal foul on number 11. Cats get the ball into Brewer. She's guarded by Ansaida. Brewer makes it around her. She's going to go all the way down, get it low to Alyssa Woodard, and skies it over the rim. No good. Cats can't get those little ones to fall right now. 45-31. Holland with the basketball over to Gegline on the right side. Gegline going to shoot the short 2 off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by the Thunder, and rebounded now. That one's no good. Rebounded by Wirtz. Now Gloria Brewer has the basketball, and she has 2 people coming at her at that half line. She goes around them. Does Gloria Brewer up to Wirtz. Now out to Shook at the top of the key. Shook faked inside. Now she's got a little open jumper. No good. Rebounded by Alyssa Woodard. Tries to hand it off to Louis Shook. That's going to be a foul on Hannah Ruddle, likely. Nope. Yes, it was. Foul was on Hannah Ruddle. That is her 4th personal foul. That's the 4th foul, and that's 1 and 1 the rest of the way. That is not what the Cats needed in this quarter. That's going to put the Thunder on the line the rest of the way, and the Thunder are very good at their free throws. So we need to hear you cheering from home here. This game could turn very quickly. 45-31. Ansaida on the line, shooting the front end of the 1 and 1. Saida settles and shoots. The first one is good. They're good at scoring while the clock is stopped. 7 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. 45-32. Cats in the lead by 13. Saida settles and shoots. That one is also good. 45-33. What was a 17-point lead is now a 12-point lead. Gloria Brewer with the basketball. She's going to go left and get it up to Louis Shook, who swings it over to Bookwalter. Bookwalter with a little jumper. And it's good. Nice soft touch there by Bookwalter. Cats needed a score on that possession in the worst kind of way. 47-33. Ansaida calls the play. She's being guarded by Shook. She puts it up and no good. Rebounded by Alyssa Woodard. Good defense there by Shook. Shook comes across the timeline. Timeout called by Coach Roscoe. Good timeout there. 47-33. Cats in the lead by 14 with the ball. Again, a little bit of foul trouble here in this, as we're winding out this game. 17 fouls on the Cats. That means the MHA Thunder will have the 1-and-1 bonus the rest of the way. Right now in this quarter, it is 2-2. 2-2 with 1 minute and 20 seconds out of this final quarter, this 4th quarter. 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Give you a shot of the scoreboard here. 47-33 is the tail of the game right now. Thunder coming back out on the court. Again, they've got some internal intensity. Part of it is driven by those 3 Saida sisters, Caroline, Mary, and Ann Saida. They can really get things going. But Hallam and Gegline also join the Thunder on the court right now. Should be Wildcat basketball coming out of the timeout. They had the basketball. We have a 4th ref coming over just to give some instruction for some reason for the refs. Louis Shook smiling. Has the basketball, gets it into Alyssa Woodard. Woodard back out to Louis Shook, who gets it up top to Gloria Brewer. We'd like to see Brewer warm it up here in this final quarter. Brewer, she's going to get it down low to Alyssa Woodard. Back inside to Rachel Wirtz for 2, and it's good. That was outside and inside for the Cats. Nice play there by the Cats to get that bucket. Cats back up by 16. It's, the slap. That was a foul on number 4. I think he heard it more than he saw it. tough call there on Julia Bookwalter. That puts the Thunder on the line, shooting 1-1 again. That's number 14, Hallam. I did hear a slap, and so that's what he heard as well, but it was more heard than saw, that's for sure. Heard than seen. 49-33. It's up and good. 49-34. Cats in the lead by 15. 6 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in this regional championship game of the NCHBC. Hallam settles. That one looks short, it is, but it's gathered in and rebounded by the Thunder. And the Thunder have the basketball, and it's down on the left-hand side to number 11. Gagline gets it outside to Saida. Saida's going to drive inside the lane and kick it back out to Gagline. Gagline off the rim, no good. Gathered in by Brewer. Brewer with the basketball. Brewer, she's going to dribble. She's going to cross the timeline. Good pick set there by Alyssa Woodard. Brewer looks for help, gets it back out to Woodard. Alyssa Woodard's going to drive all the way inside the lane, try to dump it off to Bookwalter, unable to do so. It's out of bounds, and it's going to be Wildcat. No, it is going to be Thunder basketball. Thunder basketball, 49-34. Thunder with the basketball, the possession, 5 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. And Saida gets it over to Gagline on the far right side. Gagline crosses the timeline. Gagline being guarded by Brewer. Gagline going to drive all the way down, try to get out. Oh, it's going to be a foul on Brewer. It is a foul, and they are whistle happy right now. That's 19 fouls. 19 fouls versus 14 fouls. Trying to, I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad about the refs. Let's just say it's 19 fouls to 4. 49-34. We'll let the results speak for themselves. Gagline puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Rachel Wirtz. Wirtz gets it to Brewer. Brewer with the basketball. Crosses the touch. She's being guarded tightly by Saida. And she's going to go on the far right side to Rachel Wirtz for 3. Boom! Big time answer there by Rachel Wirtz. We'll trade you 2 for 3 all day, every day. They get it down low to Gagline, up and in for 2. They broke the press. 52-36. Cats with 16-point lead. 5 minutes remaining. Brewer gets it up to Garcia. Garcia drives with the left, kicks it back out to Brewer. Brewer's going to drive the lane, go to the free throw line, put up the floater, no good. Rebounded by Caroline Saida, who gets it over to Mary Saida. Mary Saida is going to come up the court. Mary Saida gets it to her sister Ann Saida. Lackadaisical pass, took a couple of steps, but no call there. Saida passed it out of bounds. Oh, it's going to be Thunder basketball. Must have been tipped by the Wildcats as it went out of bounds. Going to be a timeout call by the Thunder. Timeout call by the Thunder. 52-36, 4 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in the game. In this regional championship game between the MHA Thunder and your Indianapolis homeschool Wildcats. Our title sponsor this evening, Campbell's Highland Grill. Campbell's is a family-owned and operated Scottish-American sports grill located on State Route 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. During these trying times, we aim to safely bring quality food, entertainment, and a sense of community to Indy's South Side. We are proud to offer our support to the Indianapolis homeschool Wildcats. Campbell's Highland Grill with an E.com at 1001 North State Road 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. The other title sponsor this evening is the American Senior Communities, where caring people make the difference. When you walk into American Senior Communities, the difference is clear. There is a passion our people bring to their work that you simply won't find in any other senior healthcare community. We're here when you need us. Care Coordination Center is 888-996-8272. American Senior Communities, proud sponsors of your Indianapolis homeschool Wildcats. And the Thunder are going to have the basketball out of the timeout on their end of the court. And Saida is going to inbound the basketball. 4 minutes, 39 seconds remaining. They get it in to Mary Saida. Mary Saida is going to drive, be guarded tightly by the Cats, up to Hallam. Hallam with the basketball, gets it into Ann Saida. She's being guarded tightly by Shook. Good defense being applied by the Cats right now. Caroline Saida has thought about the three. Now it's tipped. It's tipped. Good tip there by Rhea Garcia. Good defense by Louis Shook. And they finally let him play a little bit. Gloria Brewer with the basketball. Cats with a stop there on that play. Out to Rhea Garcia. Garcia's going to drive the baseline. Nice pass inside to Gloria Brewer for 2. Rhea Garcia, the no-look pass underneath. 2 points for the Cats. It's 54-36. Thunder with the basketball. Rhea Garcia guarding Mary Saida. She's trying to get it across the timeline. She does. Mary Saida swings it over to Hollum. Hollum on the left side. Being guarded, and it's tipped out of bounds. It's tipped. It's off of. That was a knee, not a foot. All right, 54-36, right off of her knee. I'm not sure. He might have got his body parts mixed up. 3 minutes, 48 seconds remaining, right off of the knee. Unfortunate call there by the referees. 54-36, Cats in the lead by 18. And an easy bucket there, but then the foul. Well, we made sure they didn't make it, but the Cats showing good sportsmanship and helping number 22 Stutzman up. And that's going to be double bonus the rest of the way. That's a foul on Louis Shook. Sorry, that was on Alyssa Woodard. Her third, team 10th. Double bonus the rest of the way for the Thunder. That is a problem for the Cats. First one is tips off the front of the rim and goes in. Gegline's going to check back in for Caroline Saida. Cats need a bucket on the other end. Wirtz and Saida sharing some pleasantries underneath. Second one is, oh my goodness, it hit the back of the rim, the front of the rim, and it went in. 38-54, Cats in the lead by 16. 3 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. Brewer gets it up to Garcia, who gets it to Woodard. Woodard's going to drive the lane, put it up. No good. It's going to be out of bounds. Should stay Wildcat basketball. I don't know how it went to, how in the world it's Thunder basketball. That's the fourth call that's when it gets the Cats all. I mean, my goodness. They knocked the ball out of bounds. This is tough. Cats have to keep their heads up, though. 54-38. Just unfortunate calls being made right now against the Cats. 54-38. Hollum with the basketball. And again, it was a carry. Oh, my goodness. The entire gym could see it, but the refs couldn't. But you know what happens when basketball players go blind. They become referees. Sorry, that wasn't very nice to the referees. Wildcats get the rebound. My wife says I need to apologize for that one. Sorry, folks. All right, 54-38, 3 minutes, 18 seconds, or 3 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the game. Cats call a timeout wisely, and the Cats have that 16-point lead, but they have, if you can see the foul differential, you're seeing what we're seeing. It's 10 fouls for the Cats and 4 fouls for the Michiana Thunder. I will simply say the Cats aren't the only ones fouling. Can I say that, Miriam? She says I can say that. All right, trying to check in with the boss. Our statistician on the sideline, Miriam Barnes, this evening. Right now, turnover-wise, how are we looking on turnovers for the game? Looks like it's pretty even. Cats and the Thunder, pretty even. A lot of turnovers for both teams. Looks like we're in the 5, 10, 15, the plus 15 range for this game for the Cats and for the Thunder. Again, 3 minutes, 12 seconds left for the championship. Cats in a 16-point lead. We sure hope they can run the clock out here and make a few more buckets. They're really trying. 10-14 are so the Cats are winning that turnover battle. 14, they've had forced 14 turnovers for the Thunder. 10 turnovers for the Cats. Alyssa Woodard checking in with the ref, having a conversation. Looks like it's pretty friendly. Everybody's having a good time out here so far. And Gloria Brewer, they're going to set up that little two-person trap. Brewer dribbles to it, gets it over to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle, she needs some help. She gets some help to Brewer. Brewer is going to drive with the left hand, gets it tapped, and she's going to drive the baseline, go all the way around, swing it to Ruddle. Ruddle, top of the key now. Ruddle pulls it out and gets it to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard with the basketball. That's off. That's a kick. That's a kick off the foot. It's all right. The Cats gather it back in. That's going to be a foul call. No, they're calling a charge on Alyssa Woodard. I'm not kidding, folks. The Cats cannot catch a break right now. That's 12 fouls. 12 fouls to 4 fouls. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. A big-time body check by the Thunder, and the Cats get the foul. Unbelievable, Andy Mack. 2 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the game. What a contest here. I'm not kidding you, folks. It's almost embarrassing. And they hit the three. Timeout called by the Thunder. It looks to me like the refs are sure trying to get the Michiana Thunder back in the game, but Miriam says, Matthew, don't say that. So I'll retract my words there. Sorry about that. 54-41. Cats in the lead by 13. We saw a kick out here, but the kick wasn't called. And then they just ran into Alyssa Woodard, and they called the foul on Alyssa Woodard. So we just don't understand here. That's what I'm doing. I'm just scratching my head. And if you know my head, if I scratch it too often, I'm not going to lose much more hair, but that's just the way it is being a bald man. 54-41, 2 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in this regional championship game. Hopefully we can hear you all cheering from home. Cats trying to wrap up this championship. Never won a regional championship here at the National Homeschool Basketball Championship. This is for all the marbles in the seeding as well for the national championship in Springfield, Missouri. Cats need this in the worst kind of way. Full court press being applied by the Thunder. They're wanting to get a little bit of intensity, and they do. Brewer with the basketball. She brings it up the court, behind the back dribble, another behind, and there's the foul call. Finally another foul call. That's 12 fouls to 5 fouls in this half. That's going to be, so they don't get the bonus just yet, 54-41. 2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. Brewer with the basketball. And the coach for the Thunder says, back off a little bit. 2 minutes, 16 seconds remaining. They are backing off. Brewer's going to be content to dribble. Brewer, smart player, smart basketball player, dribbles all the way down. The spin move up, no good for Brewer. Almost like there's a lid on it there. And Mary Saida dribbles up, a little bit of a travel, hands it off to Hollum. Hollum hands it off to Ann Saida. Ann Saida tries to split the defenders, unable to do so. Cats with the steal. 54-41, under 2 minutes to play. Cats are going to slow it down. Brewer says she'll take her time up top. Ann Saida on the defense. Now Louis Shook. 1 minute, 43 seconds. The clock is the Wildcats' friend at the moment. Louis Shook on the left side. Dribbles, looks for help. Gets it to Brewer. Brewer's going to drive all the way down the lane, put it up, and be fouled on the play. Brewer, big-time foul there by Mary Saida. That's the sixth team foul. Is that the third personal foul? That's the third personal foul on number 23, Ann Saida. That puts Gloria Brewer on the line, shooting 2. She can shoot the ball. 1 minute and a half remaining. Cats in the lead by 13. Still 13 after the first free throw. No good by Gloria Brewer. She will likely correct it on this one. She generally does. So I'm calling it. This one's going in. You heard it here first. It's up. It's good. Nothing but net. 55-41. Cats in the lead by 14. Saida. Ann Saida behind the back, dribble at the half line, crosses the timeline, gets it into Mary Saida, back out to that's Gegline for 3, and she hits the 3 ball. 55-44. The Thunder pull within 11. Gloria Brewer with the basketball. 1 minute, 7 seconds remaining. Gloria Brewer content to dribble the basketball. Ann Saida guarding Gloria Brewer. Brewer with the basketball, and she needs to get rid of it quickly. She gets around, and she goes all the way down, kicks it out to Rachel Wirtz. They get it up top to Louis Shook. Swing it over to Hannah Ruddle, to Gloria Brewer. Cats are running the timeout. Cats are getting excited on the sideline, on that bench. 44 seconds remaining. Brewer with the basketball. Hands it off to Shook. Shook, they're going to call the foul. 55-44, 38.6 seconds remaining in this game. That's going to put the Cats on the line, shooting 1-1. Cats in the lead by 11, 38.6 seconds remaining. If you can see Emma over there, she is smiling. And the first one is good by Louis Shook. Emma Barnes, a great story this year is Emma Barnes. Injured all year, went in the senior game, so she is on max press with 2 points this season. But she had the ACL tear and reconstructive surgery, and Coach Roscoe just being careful with her right now, and wisely so. We're thankful for Coach Roscoe listening to Emma there this evening. And they put up the 3 ball, no good, gathered in by Alyssa Woodard. Now to Brewer. And this game, Cats, 24 seconds to the championship. Brewer crosses the timeline. 20 seconds now. Brewer with the basketball. Firmly in control of the game are these Cats. 57-44. They're going to let them dribble it out. They're going to shake the hands with 9, 8, 7 Cats. What respect do the Thunder have for the Cats? The number 6 seed beats the number 8 seed in this national homeschool basketball championship. The regional champions are your Indianapolis homeschool Wildcats. Your final score, Thunder 44. Your Indianapolis homeschool Wildcats 57. What a game turned in by the Cats. They can hang their heads high. What a game, the first time for the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats girls program to turn in a regional championship, besting 22 teams from all over the country. So glad to have these champion Wildcats on our side. Thank you for joining us this evening on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, the WBN. You see that hug there by Louis Shook and by Emma Barnes. Great teammates. Emma Barnes turned in great cheering from the bench this evening. We're so glad for you joining us this evening on the WBN. Look at that trophy being handed to your Indianapolis homeschool Wildcats, being handed that trophy right there. You can see them. They're going to get some pictures here. We'll give you some totals here momentarily for this game. Your Wildcats are the champions. Give you some totals here momentarily while we see the pictures being taken here at the half court. Looks like they might even be gathering with the Thunder. That was the game, the state championship game. Oh, they're going to get a picture together. This is called sportsmanship right here by this home. This is Indiana basketball, folks. Indiana basketball is the birthplace of basketball, the home of basketball. And you see two teams mixing it up here at the half line. Runner-up and champions. What a game turned in by both teams to get to this point. The Thunder beat the number 1 team, Cincinnati, to get here. They have nothing to hang their heads over. Great game turned in by both teams. Hugs all around. Great game by the Wildcats. Do we have any totals? We'll get you the totals maybe on a score sheet. We'll post a picture of the score sheet here in a little bit. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, here, we'll get it. We'll get you the totals, the finals for the game here. For your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats, the top scorer of the game was clearly Gloria Brewer with 26. After that, Alyssa Woodard chimes in with 8. And then Rachel Wirtz with 7. Julia Bookwalter with 6. Hannah Ruddle with 4. Rhea Garcia with 4. And Louis Shook with 2. Thank you so much for joining us on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. For Miriam Barnes and your Wildcats team, this is Matt Barnes saying so long, everyone, and we'll see you in a couple weeks at the National Championship. So long, everyone.